Hey everybody, it's Grant Stiles, your host of Rango Unchained. I'm recording this intro in my car right now. I just got done recording an episode with my buddy James Lee, and I really want to get this episode up to you guys as soon as possible. I know I haven't uploaded an episode of Rango Unchained in a while, but I wanted to try something different with the show and, see what happens. So I went and met James at his house in the Eastown neighborhood in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we just walked around the neighborhood for, like over 90 minutes there. I think it was a good conversation. James is one of my favorite people. He's a good friend of mine. He just graduated college the other day, and I think we just had a really cool, interesting conversation. As always, this show is really not about the movie Rango. If you've listened to any of the other episodes, you can kind of get the gist there. But yeah, it's just an interesting conversation about movies, music, art, stand-up comedy. Just like cool, fun conversation walking around James's neighborhood. Super interesting dude. You can find him and his music at his Bandcamp page. His band is called Liance. Check him out. They're going to be huge. They got a show at the DAC, I believe, June 30th with Parlor Voice and Sleepover, two other Grand Rapids bands. And you can find him at facebook.com/Liance. You're going to want to check out his music for sure. He's also got a side project called Ministry of Interior Spaces, which you can find on Facebook and Bandcamp as well. That's Ministry of Interior Spaces. I'll link to those two bands in the description below. So I'm going to link a YouTube playlist to a lot of the stuff we mentioned in the episode. Also featured in this episode is our friends Johnson and Morgan. Shouts out to them. Johnson can be found at parlorvoice.bandcamp.com. His band Parlor Voice, check him out. We interrupted Johnson sleeping during this episode, and I think it's just a fun one. So yeah, further ado, James Lee interviewed for Rango Unchained. Check it out.
See something?
Alright, we're on now.
Can you put the volume a bit down? Still down.
How about right there?
That's good.
Okay.
Actually, a bit more down.
Alright.
Yeah, I think it actually should be fine because it's like kind of like, floating down there.
Yeah.
We look absolutely ridiculous.
I heard Ari Shafir do this on one of his podcasts.
What, just walk around?
He went on a hike.
The cable's hitting the ground.
with his guest.
We look like we're from Eternal Sunshine.
I feel like we're like getting field recording for like a documentary or something.
Yeah, for like a band that went to Iceland.
Mm-hmm. I can't even look up. I have to. See, this is this is how you do a podcast.
If I were to mug someone,
Uh-huh.
I would mug the two people with two headphones looking down at 11 p.m.
This is perfect. This is really good. This is good content.
Yeah.
This is what people want. They want two guys walking through Eastown, Grand Rapids, looking down.
I like how it's not. It's so easy to see that we're doing this.
Yeah.
There's no casual way.
No. I think we could get some like interviews if we come across some people.
What should we say we're from Michigan Radio?
Yeah. Say we're
WYCE.
Yeah, WYCE. Man on the street.
What do you think about Parlor Voice?
All right. So I think we're ready to start the show. My guest today is James Lee. Give a round of applause for James, everybody. Clap it up.
Thank you.
Clap on your own time at home. I'm, of course, the host of this podcast, Rango Unchained. My name is Grant Stiles. I usually sing at the beginning of the episode, but I'm changing it up this time. We're doing an experimental episode. We're going live we're hitting the streets, walking around Easttown, Grand Rapids. I got the H4N recorder here. Shout out to them for making a portable recorder, and we got two mics here. So James, how's your day today?
All right.
It's been okay.
Yeah. I woke up pretty late today for the first time in about 2 weeks. I graduated yesterday, so it's
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. It was a really good, morning just to be like, wow, I have no commitments.
Mm. Uh-oh. I hear some yelling.
No, we like stick with it.
I feel like we're going to get pulled over or something. Like,
I think we're gonna get mugged. I'm putting my money on that.
because they have shit we could steal just like in plain sight. It's not like our shit is in a backpack. It's like
we're literally we have it on us.
Yeah, in our hands. For the listeners at home, James has a mic and headphones on in his hands, and I have a mic cord, and the recorder in my hands.
And the wire, the splitter is literally hanging down and touching the road as we're walking. And there are people in the porches. It's late at night. And there are people in the porches and cars just like looking at us.
It's good. It's experimental. It's the art film of Rango Unchained. It's the art episode.
It's your slacker.
Yeah.
Hey, Morgan's awake.
Should we go up there?
Yeah.
All right. So our friend Morgan.
It's around here.
Okay. Our friend Morgan lives off of, what street is this?
Ethel.
Off of Ethel Street, and her light is on, so we're going up to her apartment.
It's probably locked, but I know a guy.
So she lives upstairs. You think they're asleep?
Well, her light's on.
Oh.
Depends if she can hear us. We can just talk here.
Sing out. This is interesting. There's a light in the living room. Yeah, that's on. So I think someone's...
Anyway, what's up?
Well, I went to the store today. Got
Yeah.
some batteries.
For this?
Yeah, for this. I got so many batteries. I got a 64 pack of batteries.
Of AAs?
Yeah.
I have a lot too. I get mine on Amazon.
Yeah, I should have done that. They were kind of expensive, but they were less expensive in bulk, so I just was like, shoot, I'm just getting all of them.
Yeah, I get a lot of 9 volts too, just for my pedals.
What kind of pedals do you have?
I have like 2 delays, 1 compressor, 1 tuner, and 1 overdrive. So it's pretty basic actually. Honestly, if I were in a house and it were like almost 11 p.m., I would be terrified. If you hear 2 people talking outside your door knocking.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to text Morgan real fast. See if that'll work.
So is this the kind of content
This is great content.
that you have? How many listeners do you have?
I'm not sure on the metrics. On YouTube, it's like anywhere between 100 and 200
Who do you think listens?
people who are accidentally searching Rango.
And I found the Rango subreddit, and it just it's like posts like Rango's playing on Channel 4 right now.
Just updates.
0 comments. Like Rango, pretty good film. 4 comments. Yeah, I agree.
Man, it'd be tough to get a Rango subreddit started. I should start a Rango Unchained subreddit
Yeah, I think
just to help the community of the show.
right.
I want to start a message board. Our Shafir's podcast has a message board, and they
Yeah.
just talk about psychedelics.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know what be on the Rango Unchained message board. Just
I was
memes.
talking to someone about psychedelics last night. We were lining up for graduation,
Uh-huh.
and then one of the education majors said he was tripping.
Oh, at graduation?
Yeah, during graduation.
Oh wow.
He was out of it. But I commend him.
What a time to be alive. Yeah, I was talking to this guy I forget his name. I want to give him a shout out. But he looks like Bill Hader's character from the movie Hot Rod.
Oh, yeah.
He just looks like a roadie.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a shirt that said Tool, like the band Tool, really long hair. And he told me he worked at Little Caesars.
Oh, wonderful.
And he said, like, he had made over 3,000 pizzas estimated in the 2 years that he'd worked there. So he thinks if he works for four or 5 more years, he could, be like a pizza expert like Malcolm Gladwell, like 10,000 hours.
I don't think that's how you get better at pizza.
I don't know. He was very set on the theory. I thought it was funny. But yeah, he's telling me he took DMT and like went to a world.
He just told you?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I smoked DMT and I went to a bubble world where everything was made of bubbles.
That sounds like a national lyric.
He went to a bubble world.
We all live in a bubble world.
And he, in the bubble world, like he told me, yeah, it was like starting over. Like nothing was familiar to me at all. And I was just fresh and new. And it's like such like a harsh sedative that he couldn't open his eyes. He was trying to open his eyes and he couldn't.
Doesn't it just last like 1 minute?
Yeah, he said it was like 6 minutes. Because he took a lot of it, and then he opened it. He like forced open one of his eyes, and he like freaked out because of the light, and then he just went right back into it. And he was seeing completely different stuff.
Wow!
Like he said, he saw like a man with a tiki mask, and he like had a syringe, and he like did a syringe like right into his temple.
Oh gee!
But he was seeing through one eye, like a tunnel, like tunnel vision. It's pretty crazy.
Like from his forehead or like?
Yeah, he had one eye in the middle of his face.
Yeah, makes sense.
And he was only seeing out of one eye.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
No.
Okay. 'Cause when you try to wake up with sleep paralysis, you're trying to open your eyes, but it feels like you're trying to lift 1,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to exert all your energy into one eyelid, and it's really terrifying.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. It sounds like being on DMT.
Yeah. I'm sure it actually would have some similarities.
We're calling Morgan right now.
It's my kind of content.
Please leave your message for Morgan Hayden.
Oh, that was it?
Hi Morgan, it's Grant Stiles from school. I don't know if you remember. I'm sitting here with James Lee, and we are doing a podcast about Rango. We're on the move. It's a mobile podcast. We're walking around Eastown, and we're at your door currently to your flat. We're outside your flat. So if you want to come hang out with us, if you're home, just shoot me a text. But yeah. All right, take care.
All right, that's a lost cause.
Yeah, she's not coming. Let's see if I can get the chords. Okay. We have to walk together down the stairs.
Feels like a camp game. No, we seriously look like we're from Eternal Sunshine. Just like...
Yeah, doing some experiments.
Yeah.
People should do more experiments out in public, I feel like. All we have left is like prank videos.
Oh gosh.
Which is just the bottom of the barrel.
There are only so many pranks. But I do dive... Yeah, I mean, I dive into YouTube, like, streams of consciousness where, everything's just, like, related by a fraction.
Yeah.
And then you just get sucked into one world. Like, I got sucked into the world of, like, amateur fight videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like World Star.
Those ones on the bus were crazy, the ones that you showed me.
Yeah, or the Walmart parking lot, like, there's a Christian band of...
Mm-hmm. So explain that video a little bit.
There's a Christian family band, and they had just, like, assaulted a Walmart person, and they had been living in the Walmart parking lot. And then these cops come, and they fight for 20 minutes. And the cops have tasers and pepper spray. And, like, the family basically almost wins. And there's also one Walmart employee actually joining in and like hitting them. That's
They
a
were
good
just
one.
there. They just need to get some rage out. He had no dog in the fight at all. They're just
Yeah.
piling on. That's just like an elementary school fight where two people are fighting and then everybody else is just there fighting as well.
Just,
I had to.
Like, this is socially acceptable now.
Yeah. But didn't someone die in that video?
Oh yeah. Yeah, one guy got shot after he shot a policeman in the leg. Still a
Wow.
good video though. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. The one that always kills me is the killing best friend prank.
Oh, those guys got arrested.
They did?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was for. I think they had a bomb prank or something.
Oh,
And then, yeah, they got arrested or in jail for like a month.
that's crazy.
It's funny how fake it is.
Yeah,
too.
it's so staged. He takes them to a sound stage.
Oh.
I'll put up a playlist on of all these videos we're talking about. But yeah, I should do that for every episode. Do we want to go over there?
We're not going
We're not going over there?
Mulligans.
All right, we're gonna walk across to Yesterdog. Here, go around this cone. All right, if you're familiar with the Eastown, Grand Rapids area, we are at Yesterdog right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we could go inside yesterday. Actually, I know. If we go for the back, the
Okay.
guys are kind of jerks at the front. Oh, they actually could be closed.
Did they close?
They actually closed fairly early.
Oh, okay.
The guys from Mulligans. Eastown
There's
Sports Bar.
always people outside of Mulligans. Never fails.
I wonder how like different they are. Like Mulligans and Eastown Sports Bar.
Well, I think they're owned by the same manager,
Oh, really?
but they're different vibes. Mulligans is like more punk, but like very corporatized, like a TGI Fridays
like a
version
Green
of punk.
Day.
Yeah, pop punk.
Don't Green Day have like their own like franchise or restaurants? That's
You
what
wanna go
I
this way
heard.
or that way?
Let's go this way.
All right.
Just East Grand Rapids that way. Smitty's is open.
So here we are. We're turned on to Lake, right?
Mm-hmm. This is Lake.
Walking down Lake by Schmitty's.
There's a lone dog.
Tied to a yellow fire hydrant outside of Schmitty's.
This is a world we live in.
It's a cruel, cruel world. Especially for a pup. He's got a full harness.
Sunkill Moon, Stream of Consciousness.
I think this is going to be a good episode.
Got a very strong start.
You have to not... I feel like with this one, you just kind of have to walk and see what hits you, you know?
Uh-huh.
You can't be worried about, like, oh, is this interesting or is this good or whatever. 'Cause, like, I don't know. It's all subjective. Some people will be way into it. Some people won't. Some
Like-
people who like the other episodes won't like this one.
Like
you know.
Sunkill Moon.
You just gotta accept the fact that not everyone who's seen the movie Almost Famous is gonna like Sunkill Moon. He's like the one guy in the band from Almost Famous that you kind of realize, like, oh, he's actually very talented
Yeah.
at music.
And he's playing the bass player.
Yeah.
He has like 2 lines.
Yeah, I think doesn't he? He might play the guitar or sing a song in the bus or something. I forget.
Maybe. Oh, I think so, yeah. That's I don't know. I only saw the director's cut version of the film, which I didn't like 'cause it was way too long.
Oh, so long.
It was legitimately like 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't tell if it was a real band or not.
It's based off of the director's experiences being like
Yeah,
a
and
kid
Rolling Stone.
critic on Rolling Stone, which is pretty awesome. But
Which band did he actually tail?
I forget which one. I think it was like Aerosmith or something.
Oh, really?
I think he
Was
wrote it for a
Aerosmith really
few.
big?
Yeah, Aerosmith is huge.
I only know that one song.
Which one?
Never wanna. I don't know.
Never wanna close my eyes.
Yeah, that's
that
good.
one.
Hey, man.
Hey. Classic Classic Eastown guy wearing a hat, flannel. What do you think about these hip people moving in?
Oh,
Jesus.
all
Oh.
right. No, you can just go, man. Just talk on the phone.
Oh, well.
That was a close one.
We almost got hit by a van.
Heard it first here.
Guy on this phone with the van.
By Spirit Dreams. I can feel the energy coming out of the store.
We've hit Spirit Dreams, the unique gift shop. The sign says, "Be mindful even if your mind is full." So you listen at home. They have a Chase like ATM right in the parking lot of Spirit
So you
Dreams.
buy more like spiritual rocks. Give you
I
$20
feel
bills.
that kind of undercuts the vibes.
Yeah, that's
The
bad
Spirit
energy
Dreams,
from
it's bad
here.
mojo. But yeah, I like this building right here.
Yeah, like the large one
Mm-hmm.
with Terra in it. It used to be a book depository.
Oh, okay.
That's actually where Lee Harvey Oswald shot JFK from.
Right there. He shot him
Do
all
you-
the
do you
way in
think, like,
Texas.
Book
Talking about-
depositories like existed before JFK's assassination.
Oh, I don't know. They're more prominent now. But yeah, I don't know who's hanging out at the book depository. It's a great spot to like be a sniper. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Oh yeah.
just
No,
librarians.
the
and-
military started ordering them.
What do you think of that conspiracy? Do you think he was acting alone?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I was
You don't care?
recently reading on it and like, well, it's more fun to think it's a conspiracy,
Mm-hmm.
but often I think a lot of conspiracies are made to explain things that don't seem to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's absurd that one random dude could change history forever,
Yeah.
but I think it.
Especially after the
happens.
history of all the presidential assassinations.
Yeah.
Prior to that, like Lincoln, McKinley.
It's a great American tradition.
Yeah, what is it about just people? I don't know.
I mean, well, I was reading like this Paris Review article about Don DeVillo, and he writes a lot about terrorism in his fiction, and and then the author of the article was like, well, all of these like terrorists are basically like young men who don't have a plot in
This
their
way?
life,
Or- Mhm.
and they like want to make a violent plot to
Yeah.
make their own lives interesting or purposeful, which kind of makes sense. I mean, I think everyone has it inside them to an extent.
Are
not-
you a Redux or Argos?
Redux has better books, worse organization.
Mhm.
Argos has worse books, better organization, nicer people.
Let's see what's going on. They have gardening,
Great
the
Lakes,
Great
shipwrecks.
Lakes, hockey, Gordie Howe.
Seabiscuit.
I'm not super psyched about this display.
My hockey memories. Gordie Howe.
I really want to do a comedy show in
Bookstore.
in Redux or Argos. They do. There's a really popular stand-up show in LA at a place called Meltdown Comics,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I don't think I'd want to do a show in Vaults of Midnight for some reason.
I like Vault to Midnight. It's very clean though.
Yeah, it's very like sleek for a comic book store. I don't even know where we're headed now. You wanna go through here? We're
alleyway.
in
by
between
Domino's.
Brandywine and
Oh, there's a
Domino's
boardwalk.
Pizza
This
on
is
a
n-
boardwalk.
it's New Jersey right here.
You can hear the sound of our feet on the boardwalk.
Ooh, it smells.
Wow, really smelly garbage.
Yeah, take a note of that.
Fans at home, if you go to Eastown and you go behind the Pizza Hut, There's
Domino's, excuse me.
Domino's, there's 3 really gross garbage cans. All right, now we're headed down. I don't even know what the street is. Benjamin.
What do you think of graduation yesterday?
Oh, it was interesting.
Did you actually go? Like,
No, I wasn't in the ceremony.
oh,
What was the ceremony like?
really fast, really efficient.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Get through everybody.
Yeah, they went through them in like 30 minutes, if not less. That's 900 people.
That's really fast.
I know, and it had a weird vibe because it was like fluorescent lighting, and
Mhm.
it's indoors. And then I screwed up with the flag. They gave me like my flag to carry, and I went on the wrong time, so it's just me and Britain, like in front of like 5,000 people. And I just started cracking up.
You should have just milked it. Just said,
Just
yeah,
milked
this is a political statement. This is.
I mean, it was Britain and Hong Kong. It did look like the handover when Britain handed over Hong Kong to China in '97. We're history nerds.
Yeah, shout out to history, keeping us honest. But who was the speaker?
Jane's Ward.
Is she a professor?
Yeah, she's in the English department.
Oh, okay.
We went cheap. I don't think we had George W. Bush one time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We enabled his campaign. He was like.
Then we invaded Iraq the next day.
Yeah,
He was
it really
inspired by
crazy.
Calvin.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know if I'd like that if George W. Bush were speaker.
at graduation,
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. He was inspiring, but you know.
I mean,
people were
like,
gonna
I don't know
fuss.
if I'd be really annoyed, but it'd be a great story, you know?
Yeah, if you got to like, meet him or whatever.
Wonder what he even said. Just like, Iraq War's pretty good.
It was
God
just
bless
a
you.
pitch for the Iraq War. Listen, everybody.
Y'all look like able-bodied men. You got student loans.
Yep, you're ready. Where's my ROTC at?
Oh, man.
Sad. But yeah, I don't know. What year was that? 2003 maybe?
No, later than that, 2006.
Oh, okay. 2006. So that's full swing. Full swing, second term. I went to see W. Bush speak at a dog park
Really?
in my town. Yeah,
Why?
it was a big field. They turned it into a dog park after. It wasn't. Like
Oh, okay.
He was
That's a lot of
headlining
dogs.
the dog park. It wasn't like him photo op.
What do you mean headlining?
Headlining the
They're
dog park. The show. The dogs are opening.
Opening into shit too.
But no, it was me and my friend AJ, and we wore our Webelos uniforms.
What's up with people called AJ? Like, I know like
Mhm.
2 AJs besides your AJ.
Yeah.
And I know a few BJs, which is unfortunate. There's JJs.
AJ, I think is. I don't know where AJ comes from. JJ is like catchy. I like JJ.
Yeah, JJ like skateboards.
JJ wears his hat backwards, and it doesn't look dumb.
He's always smiling.
Yeah. He wears cargo shorts, and it looks like pretty cool. Like he
Yeah.
is the one person that's allowed to wear cargo
It's
shorts.
sculpted.
Yeah, yeah. I watched this movie called Sweet Smell Success. It's about a newspaper magnate named J.J. Hudsicker, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And it's played by Burt Lancaster. And he's got this publicity guy named Tony Curtis, who will like do anything to get his clients in the column that JJ writes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like Burt Lancaster's just pushing this guy to the brink of like what will he do to get his clients in the paper. It's pretty intense. Also, JJ Hudsicker is in love with his sister.
Oh, that's good to know.
So there's that whole thing.
That must be really difficult.
Yeah. His sister is like a lot younger, so he kind of just like controlled her life and just like
Oh.
made her like break up with every guy she like fell in love
Didn't
with.
Hitler do that?
With his sister?
Yeah, I think either his sister or cousin, and she later killed herself from the pressure.
Hitler's wife killed herself too, right? Is that different?
Yeah, but that was because they kind of did it together.
Oh, there's a double.
What's good, man?
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know. Like, I don't know how much agency that person has. Like, did she start off before he was Hitler? Or was, like, she just...
She was the secretary, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I mean, he had, like, 2 wives.
Oh,
And
okay.
he divorced. I don't know, apparently he wasn't a good guy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Bad character. Temper.
Yeah, he went to art school and was a bad painter.
Wonder how bad his paintings were.
I can't imagine Hitler trying to, that's like an autistic person going and becoming Hitler. Where do you want to keep going this way?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of inspiring to a certain extent. Like, oh, I make bad art too. Like, I can become really powerful. Said I would, like, rather not kill a few million Jews.
Yeah. And have people deny it.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
It's so weird.
Like, 7 million people disappeared. That's really difficult to fake.
Yeah, that's one where it's a conspiracy that just has zero merit. Like, you can't even, there's no possible, like, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Like, that's like pretty solid for a conspiracy. But like 7 million people being gone all of a sudden with no explanation is like, it's pretty airtight that's not the case.
There's this weird, like, NRA subsection where they basically say that all these, like, massacres are, like, fake.
Wanna go this way?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like, Sandy Hook was, like, oh no, it was, like, planted by Obama to take away our guns.
I love conspiracy so much. Have you seen that, shoot, what is that
Still
British
looking
guy's
at us.
name? Yeah. I forgot we're just walking. We're walking straight
Dude,
down
I'm getting so
Michigan
used.
Street.
I'm getting so used to this. Like,
Yeah,
this is
that's
the new
feeling good, yeah. Once you get into a groove, it's good. But we're walking straight down Michigan.
oh, dude, it's still open.
Ave.
Common Ground's still open.
Do you want to go in there?
Sure. Honestly, like, of all the coffee shops, this and the Bitter End are, like, the ones where we would not be out of place. Want to go for the back?
Sure. So we are on Michigan Avenue, right by Big Man's Party Store in Common Ground. Never been inside Big Man's, but I don't know. I guess it's supposed to boost your confidence, maybe. Big Man
Good
on
one.
campus.
Good one.
I'm here for the jokes. That's what
Yeah, keep on milking it. Just keep it going.
because he's the big man. Because he's the big on the campus. He's big. We're here. We've hit the door.
Right. Back room. This is how you open a door. You take the handle. You kind of, like, pull.
Wow.
It's a second door. This is a trick. This is a life hack. You take this one and you push.
Wow.
I love this place.
I've never been here, actually.
Oh, really?
No.
I knew I'd love it because, like, there are no seats on the toilets. Hey,
How's it going?
when are you open until? We're closed right now. All right, bye.
All right, see ya.
That's pretty good, though. Yeah, so, I don't know. I really like this coffee shop because their coffee is, like, really cheap. And then they have, like, a chess community here. And
Do they do
they're
tournaments or stuff?
Yeah, like, they're always against each other. I don't know if they're tournaments. They're also these stressed out CC professors. It's a good place. I'm gonna miss this place.
So you're headed to New Mexico tomorrow?
No,
So
I'm
it's
headed to Montana tomorrow
Montana,
for
okay.
my last, like,
Class?
Calvin class, geology, because I didn't take core.
Science?
I didn't think about it until now. Yeah, it's technically earth science.
So what's the program up there? You just
And just look at rocks.
look
I
at
guess.
rocks? Are you working on a project or something?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, got that.
Not
sound
interesting.
bite.
Yeah. Not interested.
That mumble.
Here we go. How's it going tonight,
Yeah.
sir?
Representatives from WYCE bringing your music to your ears. I would love to work in a radio station.
Oh yeah, that's a dream. It seems so easy. Just talk.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
it's
It's
super
hard.
easy.
Yeah,
They-
no.
Yeah, that's all they do, just talk.
I know you have to research and you have to be good at the technical aspects, but
You have an iTunes playlist.
compared to like, I don't know, being like a coal miner, it's probably pretty
Shit.
easy.
Schnitzel
Schnitzelstein's Baking Co.
Schnitzelstein. That's
Schnitzel.
That's the name I trust.
The Schnitzelstein brand.
Yeah. Worldwide offices right here in Michigan Avenue.
Hmm. Incorporated.
Oh,
We're
by-
expecting free products from all the companies mentioned tonight.
by Fulton Heights. I like Apple Music.
Apple Music. Extend my 33-month free trial, please. I don't have $8 a month.
I think that guy saw us and like walked from us.
This guy?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Dude.
Pretty menacing. That guy seems to be on his own wavelength. That phone's not even dialed. It's just a dead phone. What we saw was just, how would you describe him? An old hippie.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing any clothes. It's disconcerting, but I mean, we aren't either.
No, of course. That's the
You gotta-
benefit of audio.
You gotta keep it real, man.
Yeah, if you don't have your appendages out, you're not living. All of them.
What do you think ISIS does for fun?
Kickball.
Because they can't do anything related to Western culture. Do you think like
True.
music that's too enjoyable isn't good?
Hmm.
So they can't play Call of Duty.
I think they just like hang out on social media.
Yeah, and kill people.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a thrill, but you get tired.
There's only so many journalists.
Right.
You just get bored.
I mean, like, we just got some fresh grads from Calvin, but, right, only so many
Mhm.
journalists.
Yeah. Jeez, I can't imagine trying to be a journalist. You either write for BuzzFeed and get paid like $6 an article, or go to the front lines.
BuzzFeed is awful
Wanna go this way or that way? I don't know. Whatever way's easier.
this way. That
Okay.
goes up to, like, a animal sheltered and
Oh, okay.
a prison. So,
We'll go this way. Alright. we're
BuzzFeed is, like,
crossing Fuller right now.
pretty indicative of, like,
Headed down
the
Fulton.
worst parts of internet culture, like
Yeah.
media. I mean, so same with Vice too. Vice
Mhm.
is just the flip side of that. But
Vice
it's
is
so like,
hipster BuzzFeed, I guess.
yeah. I mean, it's so sensationalist. I mean, I watch it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I watch Vice constantly.
I mean, but I also watch like theme park point of view videos, and
Yeah, it doesn't.
amateur fight videos, as I said.
Yeah, it doesn't mean the content is good. It just
Right.
means I've watched it.
You can binge watch anything on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's no quality control.
Fail videos.
Fail videos are good.
One night, Steven and I went down the fail rabbit hole, and we got to forklift fails.
Oh, car accident ones? Or like
Car accident
near
fails.
misses?
All right.
Man, I've seen a lot of people like die on video without intending to.
Yeah.
Like, they don't put warnings about that.
No. The one when I heard this story, I had to search it. It's a senator killing himself on TV.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen images
Bud-
from that,
Bud Friedman, maybe? I don't know.
something like that. And then they found out he was innocent afterwards,
Yeah.
which is awful. We're
that
at
video's
the
crazy.
Fulton Ghost Market.
Mm.
It's 11:05, and in 55 minutes, all the ghosts will come out to
Mhm.
play.
We're at the stalls in the farmers market, and we're looking for ghoulies, goblins,
I love ghoulies.
cretins, creeps.
This is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Have you been here? when
I've
it's,
never
like-
been here either.
Oh, it's super nice. I really like this market. I mean, it's a market.
Mm.
It smells like flowers.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Keeping it real
Fulton
here.
Street Market, is that what this is called?
Yeah, it smells like flowers.
Cool. It's pretty long. Are all these stalls filled up?
Yeah, we've been walking for an hour.
Yeah, we have been walking for a while.
I can't see the end. I think the ghoulies have this.
The ghoulies, the cretins.
What are ghoulies? Are they like just...
They're baby ghosts. Ghost babies. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Because they don't...
Babies can't die.
Well, they can, but they're going to stay babies forever. So ghoulies are going to be ghoulies forever and never really grow up. You don't grow up into a ghost. You just are the age that you are.
That would suck if you died at like 94 and became a ghost.
Mm.
The sweet spot is like 28.
Oh, yeah. If Kurt Cobain was haunting you, that'd be
dude,
so cool.
That would be cool, but what would he do?
I don't know.
Like, let's say ghosts are real. Like, what?
I don't know. Talk about how good the breeders are.
Wait, is this Kurt Cobain's ghost?
Yeah, Kurt Cobain's like, oh, have you listened to Daniel Johnson?
Meat Puppet's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's like, hey, check out this shirt. It has Daniel Johnson on it.
I might see Daniel Johnson in Athens.
Is he playing or is he just walking around?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen Minority Report?
Yes.
Yeah, so we just predicted he'd be walking around Athens. So. No, I'm playing the festival, possibly.
You want to head back to the house and
Athens Pop Fest.
Sure, we're at we have 40 minutes of audio. We have 40 more coming back. We had no destination or a circle. We just went 40 minutes out and are turning around going 40 minutes right back.
What are your plans this summer?
I'm trying to figure it out still. Been doing interviews for different internships. But, yeah, if I can't get anything, I'll just probably go back to being a janitor at Calvin.
How was that gig?
It was good because, I don't know, I slacked off a lot, and it's kind of work at your own pace.
Yeah, I know they're fairly relaxed.
Yeah, it's really great because I've had really like fast-paced, minimum wage jobs like Wendy's, where like people are yelling at you about nuggets.
Gotta get them nuggets.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting paid the same to just like clean like 6 rooms,
right,
while listening to podcast. Brett Easton Ellis has a podcast, and I've just been going through all those.
Besides like doing comedy full time, what would your dream job be?
Probably writing for a TV show.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like a stable, creative job. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a 9 to 5. And it gets
better for some series, like when you get into flow. I mean, like Community, like at its height.
Yeah, I'd love to write for something like that.
Or like Bob's Burgers. Like when you get a formula so good, like no matter what you run it through, it's gonna work. Like Bob's Burgers is so consistently funny.
Yeah, Lauren Bouchard. It's like, I think he's like a genius. Have you seen any of Home Movies, that show?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's John Benjamin plays a soccer coach, and I forget the kid's name. I don't know. He's the Brendan McDonald. I don't know. Brendan somebody. But he plays a kid and who makes home videos. It's pretty good. But I think he did another show in between that I forget. Some other animated thing.
Would you leave Grand Rapids when you're done with Calvin?
Yeah, I've been trying to. For January, I want to go to New York.
Oh, sick. Just by yourself?
Yeah, and just do stand-up.
Where would you live?
Just like on a friend's couch.
Okay. See, that sounds really good. I mean...
You are here. Welcome to East Fulton. Hey, man.
Wow, I like that. He didn't, like, care at all.
Yeah, didn't think
kind of like when
we
had a Jeb Bush sign around campus.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Like James and I hosted a Jeb Bush rally on the campus of Calvin College.
I did it for the Chives. I was like, what if Jeb Bush ran for student senate to win an election? So I made posters and I put it around campus.
They're really nice posters.
Thanks, man.
I'll put a picture of it on the page.
Yeah, and I was just walking around with one poster, and then Grant saw me, and we just spent the next hour and a half just walking around campus.
Yeah,
2 hours.
It was
really,
2 hours.
Just screaming, like, it got, like, more and more ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It started with like just Jeb
Hey,
Bush,
vote for
please
Jeb Bush.
clap, and then it went into like
Well, we were mocking this, for those of you who don't go to our school, we were mocking the student senate elections on campus and saying that Jeb Bush was going to run for the student senate at Calvin College, which is a small liberal arts Christian reformed college in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So it's pretty ridiculous, the premise, and then we kind of just sold
We
that.
milked it.
We milked it pretty hard
Yeah.
because James had really good posters, so it felt a little bit more official than us just yelling.
Yeah, and I put it everywhere too. I spent like $10
Of
getting
your
all those
printing money?
posters. Yeah, no, like my money.
Oh, your own money?
Yeah, and then so we started off with just like Jeb Bush, like vote for him, make his parents proud, and then you
just
went into
yeah.
biological daddy.
Yeah, I said Jeb Bush is my father. Jeb Bush is my biological father, which of course is a classic Tracy Morgan line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just
Oh.
it's one of his big comedy bits is just saying people are his biological father. He just like he's on Letterman. He's just like, yeah, Mitt Romney is my biological
I
father.
love the biological.
yeah, yeah, not a stepdad, not an adopted, just biological. The moon looks great tonight. We got a full moon
Oh, that guy
and a dog.
walks in that building to avoid us. I mean, I would. And then did I say that? Well, we basically said like, thou shalt not bow down to any false idols before Jeb Bush, and then you said like Jeb Bush is a golden god.
Jeb Bush is my golden daddy. So I did a combo
Yeah, that was
there.
good. And then my friend in her dorm, she overheard people just being like, it made me really uncomfortable. Don't they know that Jeb Bush isn't a student? Calvin.
Man,
and
some
then she
people just
said, then she said like, please read the Calvin Chimes on the poster, and they said, don't you know it's a Calvin Chimes?
Jeez.
There are a lot of not funny people at Calvin. I
Oh.
mean, there was that one girl who said we were promoting food disorders.
How's it going, y'all?
Yeah, man.
So the hippie we were talking about earlier is currently walking down just the turn lane on Fulton Street, just
With determination.
with the term just like No Country for Old Men style. Just
If you actually look carefully, there's Joe Coen just like
Yeah.
walking backwards. Oh,
he needs
no,
a
this is-
cinematographer to document his life. I'm so glad we're here to document this
Did you
man's
see
life.
Hail Caesar?
Sam and I just watched it
Did
yesterday.
you like it?
I thought it was fine. I wasn't super into it.
I thought it was hilarious.
There were some great scenes, like the religion scene and the
Yeah.
submarine scene.
Oh, both those scenes made it worthwhile to me.
Yeah, it was pretty. The humor was pretty subtle, like thinking that they're communists, but they're actually just screenwriters.
Yeah, I was watching that in Portland, which is probably why it was so funny, because Portland's such a depressing city.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Is a lot of homelessness? Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm realizing now, editing this episode, that there is a good 20-minute chunk of our conversation that is just gone. We started getting a little bit more serious, talking about James's music, talking about the band Car Seat Headrest, and the Coen Brothers a little bit more. So what ended up happening is our friend Morgan responded to my text, and we ended up going back to her apartment. She let us in, and we ended up hanging out with our buddy Johnson and our friend Morgan. So I do have that bit of audio at the end. I apologize. There's a good 20-minute chunk here that's just gone, and it's a good excuse to have James back on the show. We're back on. Okay.
all right, we're back.
We're back.
We're back on. There was a
Glitch.
bit of a
We
fight.
missed like 5 seconds.
There was some violence.
We're going off the charts. How far off the charts are we?
Yeah, that's not good quality content, Johnson. So, Grant, how do you know Johnson?
I met Johnson through school.
Oh, nobody's
We
here.
were both on the...
Or in their home. Nobody's in my apartment. That's all I'm saying.
So we're nobody?
Wow, what a diss.
Gee. But there is somebody here.
I feel like we should let this Johnson sleep.
No,
He
man.
seems like he's ready to sleep.
No, he has. Well, that's when. I mean, this is like a Guantanamo Bay thing. You know,
Mhm.
when we deprive someone's sleep, the more honest they get.
How do you feel about this 90-minute episode of Rango Unchained where James and I just walk around Eastown and then turn around and walk back straight?
There's been no
where we came?
catharsis.
There's
been
there's no.
It is like a bad
plot.
Sun Moon song. It's like universal themes, like like the Birds of Flynn, whatever. Like it's a bad one.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
no Benji.
So the podcast has since been compared to lesser Sun Kill Moon and also Hail Caesar, the
Mhm.
movie, and also give me an analogy.
This is a bad podcast.
The Green Album.
The
by
Green,
Weezer.
the Green Album.
The song Hash Pipe.
Hash pipe.
Maybe some of the poems by Matthew Dickman. Maybe. Although
All you
I don't
Matthew
even
Dickman
know.
fans out there,
I don't know
Heard
if
it
this
here
would
first.
even. This is probably like unedited Matthew Dickman.
so the person like
Matthew Dickman
talking-
heads, smash the fucking like button on this podcast. If you're a Matthew Dickman fan, shouts out to
I
you.
like how we said this would be clean.
It is clean. It is very clean. We're going off the charts here. I'm talking to.
So
Here, we'll go down. All right. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. So
how do you know this fine gentleman, Grant?
I met Johnson Cochran on a trip to Hungary last 2 falls ago. Is that a
Already in a box.
Johnson was born in a box?
Hey,
in
hey, that's not
Budapest?
funny, man. My family is born in a box.
Hey, all you people who are born in a box, please don't write a think piece about Rango Unchained.
To the chimes.
To the chimes. Rango Unchained is offensive to
So the Calvin
homeless.
chimes has kind of descended. I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
For
it
anyone
wasn't
who's
great.
listening to this who does not attend Calvin College, the Calvin Chimes is the weekly student newspaper of Calvin
yeah,
College.
that we riffed off of the Calvin chives.
Yeah, we discussed this earlier in the podcast.
But they have this op-ed section that's pretty bad, pretty weak.
Famous.
So whenever there's an article about gay marriage or abortion,
Mhm.
like, you know, consider this, or profile of like 2 Calvin grads that got married,
Mm.
there's this flood of op-eds that last for like 2 weeks of just alumni being like, there's a liberal undercurrent, there's a
There's a liberal overcurrent. You missed it because you don't go to the college. It's an overcurrent.
And these are guys who like went here in the 70s,
Yeah.
like just after civil rights movement. Like a lot has changed.
Call to arms.
Yep.
James K.A. Smith. It's our last hope.
I love.
I saw him at graduation. I was
Oh
afraid to
yeah,
talk
no,
to
I
him.
saw him. It was pretty scary. Yeah, we had
He's intimidating.
we tried to have a feud with him. It didn't really work out.
We tried to start a feud with notable philosopher James K.A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You can find him on Erdman's Press. Erdman's.
Yeah, he has a book
.com.
published and we don't. What's up with that?
We tried to get a book published, and they went with him instead of us.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it
so the
was
Calvin
it was
Chives-
down to him and us.
Calvin Chives coffee book will
Coffee
never
table.
exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be so great. Just all of our posts in like really big font and like pictures of Calvin.
Just like screenshots too.
Yeah.
Just like pixelated words,
Uh-huh.
slightly off too.
But people would buy it. That's
Oh
the thing.
no, we
They
should.
overpriced
We
it
have
in the
to
student
steal
store.
Dialogue's printing budget and imprint it as like dialogue.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be ideal.
So James K. Smith, we were trying to get more likes than him.
Which
and
we
I
did.
had.
We
We
beat him.
did. He was matching us 1 by 1 for like 2 days.
What's happening?
Where did you get any of the
What?
this?
Morgan,
Okay.
don't interrupt our.
The equipment? I bought this for Christmas.
We're going on a roll here. We need to talk about James K. Smith.
But I used to have a this is for Johnson. I used to have a Behringer mixer. Shout out to Behringer. And then I opted for the H4n recorder, which allows me to go wherever I want. And I'd
Clearly
heard
right here.
on
yeah.
Ari Shafir's podcast, he did a podcast.
Excellent.
Yeah, we made it all the way to Morgan's bedroom.
Yeah.
And
We've been carrying an extension cord really far.
yeah, we have both of the mics plugged in to the recorder, and then we have both of our headphones plugged into a splitter, so James and I can both hear.
Yeah. And there's a lot of wire.
Yeah, and it just like
looks
hangs
ridiculous.
down, and so it looks like we are basically just like a 3-legged race all across Eastown.
I want to finish that feud with James K. Smith because I had this whole thing in my head about like getting Jonas Weaver to tell me like James K. Smith's like philosophical views and like making retorts and turning into raps. Like
That's so
Jonas
much work.
I know. During finals week,
We started
And a
it
day
on
before-
Wednesday and ended it on Saturday, and we were gonna complete a feud with a philosopher within
and
those
he
3
replied,
days.
"It's just like I'm more of a Twitter guy myself." Like, oh, okay, well it's over.
We won because we beat you.
And we're good friends with Colson, who's his son. Which
Yeah,
makes it
was-
funnier,
I was
actually.
sweet mates with Coulson.
How was it?
It was fun. It was good. Him and Holden were more wild than they are now, I guess.
I mean, we don't know where Holden is. He's in
Yeah,
Montana.
he went to Montana, yeah.
Oh, I could see Holden.
Yeah, hit him up. I think he's in, I don't know what city he's in. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Chicago.
Chicago, Montana. New York City, Montana.
Paris. Like Paris, Texas.
Istanbul, Montana. But yeah, I think he
Yeah.
works in like a wine store in Montana.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I
So
mean,
we could-
Andrew Clarkson, Johnson's really good friend, is going to be basically a fry cook.
He's gonna be a fryer.
Yeah.
Fryer?
I work as a host at a place that serves a lot of fry food.
You heard-
so
heard it here-
you could
you
come
heard it here
work at
first.
Olga's.
Plug
There's
Olga's.
fried food right here
We
in Grand
kept
Rapids.
plugging all the restaurants we saw along the way, assuming that they would hear it and give us free food. Brandywine, Domino's, Redux Books, Argos Books.
I don't think they have food.
I would love some food from Argos Books. It's just paper in a bowl.
Like Infinite Jest, and he just
Yeah.
give you a fork and a knife and like get through it.
Some milk.
Oh yeah, dip
Pour it
Infinite
over it.
Jest into milk.
Yeah. Then just eat the pages.
That's the way David Foster Wallace intended it.
There's a great scene in Simon Rich's new show. It's called Man Seeking Woman. I think it's on FXX, maybe? I don't know. I saw a
Heard
few
it here
episodes.
first.
Heard it here first. Nobody's ever seen it, I don't think, 'cause it's on FXX. But there's a character, and he's having a girl over to his apartment, and he like makes it look real nice, and
Mm-hmm.
he has all these scented candles, and like makes the bed, and like makes a nice meal. And then he puts Infinite Jest on his bedside table, and then he hears the doorbell ring, and then he's about to answer the door, and then he runs back to Infinite Jest and puts the bookmark like halfway through the book to look like he's read half of
I
it.
literally have a copy of Infinite Jest next to my bed. I've read like 50 pages of.
Yeah.
It's dense. Like not only like
Hmm.
the page count, but like the actual material.
Yeah. I heard it's like that's part of the joke is that it's so dense. Like that's like part of the satire is all the details.
Oh, like a parody of academia almost.
yeah,
or
I guess.
yeah. I mean, but his articles are so accessible.
Mm-hmm. His articles are pretty funny. Some of the essays I don't like.
Heard it here first.
The best thing I like of him is him saying that John Updike is overrated, which I thought was funny, and saying that John Updike is a narcissist, and that he's not nearly as good as the New Yorker says, and he shouldn't write for the New Yorker. I think that was a pretty baller move, 'cause John Updike has written like 40 books or whatever.
Good actor, and ended the tour.
Is John what?
No.
Oh,
David
David Foster Wallace, Jason Segel.
Yeah.
Sam and I, we were planning on writing a parody of the end of the tour trailer, and it was supposed to be the story of Bananas Foster Wallace, of just a guy who's obsessed with eating bananas Foster Wallace every day, and it's just it'd just be like me dressed up like Dave Foster Wallace, and it's just saying the exact same things in the
we
trailer.
had Johnson dressed up as David Foster Wallace on the tram.
Oh yeah, we did.
Do you want to explain the tram tour?
Yeah, James and I were trolley tour guides at a art festival.
Is that what Americans
Um,
call it? Trolleys?
Yeah, I
Stick
think
to
trolley.
one. Jeez.
But yeah, was wearing a bandana, and a guy on the news.
Yep, I was also in the
James
news.
was supposed to be on the news, but then he messed it up because he
I
gave the
messed it up
worst interview.
so bad. They were like, do you think this is a good thing for downtown? I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I've been in this trolley all day. And then they asked, yeah, why are you doing this? Are you doing it for the good of the community? I said, I owe like my friend's roommate a favor. And then he like slowly put down the camera while he stopped talking to me.
But yeah, it was great because there was no microphone, so we just had to yell the instructions.
We had a Radio Shack microphone that
didn't work.
We just had it.
I should have brought this set up on the trolley. We could have live podcasted the trolley ride.
Oh, that would have been so funny. Although it was 3 hours long.
Yeah.
It got.
I was freezing cold and it's stupid.
Oh, you didn't come in?
No, I didn't go on the trolley
shoot.
because I had to watch Mandy's thing and freaking freezing.
Please no cursing.
Please don't use the A word.
Freezing cold.
That's right.
Icy, icicles, slushy, cold garage with art. But the art didn't make any warmer.
There's art in
That's
garages
the
in
lesson
Grand
for you
Rapids.
kids. If you want to be warm, don't make art. Just burn it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Lots of exclusives. Burn all art.
The answer may surprise you.
This is a BuzzFeed article. If we could condense this into one
It's
BuzzFeed
a
article,
listicle.
James,
Like, what have we learned?
what have we learned?
The moon is pretty.
The
at
moon is
times.
beautiful. Everyone should go
Caesar
on night walks. Hail Caesar
It's
is
similar to
fine.
Everyone Wants Some.
Yeah, they're both pretty good. They're like 7 out of
But
10
they're
in
like-
my book.
Yeah, but are entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining. If it were any other filmmaker, they'd be like lauded. But since they already both of those filmmakers have better movies, people are like, oh, it's not this, it's not The Big
Right.
Lebowski.
Ghoulies are cool.
Ghoulies are baby ghosts.
That's true. You're not wrong.
What else? There's
There's a
a
hippie
crazy
guy.
hippie guy walking just in the turn lane on Michigan
It's
Avenue
like
talking
the
to himself.
Walking Dead style.
Yeah.
Just
Just like the road style.
yeah, I thought he had a phone, and I realized he did not have
Yeah,
a
he
phone.
didn't have a phone. He was just holding up something to his ear and talking. That wasn't a phone.
Banana. Was it a banana?
We wish. He had a bag. I think it was full of beers.
Oh, that makes sense.
But
Anyway, so this trolley tour.
All right, let's talk about the trolley tour, and then we'll
So Megan,
end the
Grant's
episode because
roommate.
we're over 90 minutes.
At this point, we can go anywhere. So Megan, Grant's roommate, asked us to like just volunteer. I don't know why she asked this, but I guess
She
we
thought
were
we would
desperate.
be entertaining on the trolley,
So Art Downtown is like
and we delivered.
it's like a bad art prize where there's just a lot of art downtown,
It's
and they
a-
had this trolley that would go like
Around downtown.
in a circuit that was free to pick up random white people.
And they had like a script. They gave us like
They were all white people.
Yeah, all white people.
All white
definitely.
people.
Gave us like a 10-page script of what we were supposed to say. No mic. And we just went
There were
way
no
off the-
supervisors.
Yeah, no supervisors.
The
Or
driver
like checking, like there was no background check on us or like to see
No.
who we were.
we could have been like
Yeah.
tripping. We could have been high.
and
like,
people thought we were because
Oh,
we were
that's
saying
true.
really crazy stuff.
Yeah. So we kind of planned this. We had a Google Doc. My
Mhm.
character believed it was
We had
New
a
York
shared
City.
Google Doc of jokes for specifically for the tram.
Yeah. Okay, is it tram or trolley? Stick with one.
Okay, Trolley.
Okay.
Trolley's more fun.
There we go.
I thought I was Banksy.
That was one
we
of the
changed
bits.
it. No. Oh yeah, we changed
We were
it
yelling
around.
at people to guess which one of us was Banksy.
I think you were David Foster Wallace, and I was.
Oh yeah,
Banksy.
right. You were like, I'm David Foster Wallace.
When Johnson was on the trolley, he was David Foster Wallace. But then when he left,
Yeah, we switched
we
around.
just we switched characters.
Yeah. So
But
we'd be-
James's character was dead set that Grand Rapids, Michigan was New York City.
Yeah.
So he just kept pointing out like, "Hey, look, it's the Big Apple, it's Times Square.
Rosa Parks Circle.
Rosa Parks
Times
Circle
Square.
was Times Square. The city that never sleeps."
Yeah.
And my character had been divorced from his wife, and my ex-wife had now taken up a romance
With Herm.
with Herm, the
Vertigo Records owner.
the proprietor of Vertigo Records. So every time I went past Vertigo Records, I made the entire trolley have a moment of silence. And they did it. They totally did it. Like, they put their heads down and, like, had reverence.
I remember, like, that's the courthouse where I finalized my divorce.
And on your left is the Kent County Courthouse.
And we also had, like, different riffs, like Banksy, like, that's original Banksy.
Yeah.
That's Richard DeVos's house.
Yeah, you
that's
just
Richard DeVos himself.
At one point, you pointed to a homeless person and said, "That's Richard DeVos on Undercover Boss."
Undercover Boss. And
then you pointed to DeVos Place and said, "That's Richard DeVos's house. He let me stay there one night," or something.
I don't. At that point, like, I'd been doing it for 3 hours.
Oh,
like,
yeah. We were so
and
tired.
I had, like, different start-offs where I was just like, this is a semi-aquatic vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Please put on your safety belts. The joke was there are no safety belts. So I walked in Grand Rapids. Was it the city of house fires that killed my wife?
It's, like, really dark, really weird.
But, like, with a smile on her
Yeah,
faces.
completely smiling, having a great time. Some of the people were way not into it, and I loved that.
There were some people who were, like, hurt. Like,
Yeah.
really annoyed that
This
their
is
free trolley
ridiculous.
experience
Was tarnished.
tainted. Yeah.
You're getting a free trolley ride, like, in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
On
even
a
like
cold
a
March
cold
morning.
day where you don't have to walk around. You can be on a warm trolley. And now you're complaining? Like, it's your...
There were the two volunteers who, like,
that's
were just,
messed
like,
up.
swearing at each other because they're, like, so annoyed at this. Like, every riff we would do, they'd just be like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
we gotta get out.
Yeah.
But
But then
some
there were
people
families who
loved
were
it,
like,
though.
"Oh, this is what
the
the trolley
dads,
is?
the
Awesome."
dads loved it.
Yeah.
The kids didn't get it. The dads loved
Mhm.
it. And then there were the younger people sat right behind me.
Mhm.
Like, the woman kept on hugging me.
Yeah.
Like, they loved it.
Yeah. There were a few groups who were way into it.
And the last volunteer, by that point, we were, like, calling it, like, we were just saying it was a duck tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then we said it fought in World War II and killed Hitler when it was jaywalking.
Yeah.
At that point, we just, like, left reality.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's
We
just-
were on our own plane of consciousness. Just, like, entering another dimension. Everyone else is like, where's Bartertown? I'm looking for vegan food today.
Oh, the guy who's like, he was basically asking where downtown was. He's like, like, where's all the art? I'm like, you just,
Where's the
Yes.
cool places to eat in this place? I remember him saying that.
yeah.
It's like, well, Founders is right
Mhm.
there. There's
Oh, yeah, the two
cafes.
bros who were,
Yeah.
like, kind of like, they had fake tan on,
Mhm.
tan spray, and it was really,
They were pretty interested in what we're
yeah,
up
they
to.
were generally like, they were like, you go, man.
Mhm. They didn't want to hear jokes. They just wanted to hear why we were doing the jokes. What has driven you to this?
They're true Rango podcasters.
Mhm.
You heard it here first.
But I
Morgan's
think-
gonna brush her teeth.
I think so. We've hit at least 90 minutes. So I think this is a good spot
Yeah, Tree of Lives.
to end it. We came all this way to
Terrence
Johnson's
Malick
bed.
would be proud.
Shout outs to Terrence Malick. Hopefully your new movie is good. Probably not.
Yeah, Night of Cups.
Night of Cups, haven't seen it.
No, he has a new one where he's like, he's just gonna do the documentary part from Tree of Life.
Oh.
Oh, let's
Interesting.
get a sample of this.
All right, we'll leave these two.
This has been the best dream ever. I can't wait to wake up.
Johnson is sick. We are in his bed, and he might not remember this. So, this may be the last time you hear people brushing their teeth on the Rango podcast. Hopefully. Hopefully it is.
Yeah, this is
Because-
peak Rango.
This is the inevitable
I apologize.
where this should have gone. We really didn't get into Rango at all. Like, we barely discussed. What do you think of Rango,
Oh.
James?
I think it's underrated.
It's Johnson's inspiration. That's what he was going to dream of. We totally got into Rango. Rango was in every part. Obviously.
Well, folks, I think that's our episode. Want to thank our guests, Morgan. Morgan, say goodbye.
Hard.
Jonathan, say goodbye.
Bye.
And I want to thank our very special guest who's leaving tomorrow for Montana. James, thank you for joining us on Rango Unchained. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
the
having me.
conversation. Thanks for the walk. I think it was very fruitful.
Thanks for the ghoulies.
The the Ghoulies, the Ghosts, Fulton Street Market, forever. My name's Grant Stiles. James, where can we find you? What do you want to plug? If you make it this far, you might get a few new followers on the
my
page.
band Liance, Liance.
Check
Very
them out on
funny.
Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Facebook. Check out Liance, Spotify. Also, Ministry of Interior Spaces.
Yeah, it's just starting a new song for that project today.
And you have a release show at the
DAC.
The DAC in Grand
June
Rapids.
30.
June 30 with Parlor Voice.
Sleepover
Hey,
and
I'll
get
be
his
there.
bags.
Johnson is the
I think I'm the comedy relief.
Giant inflatable
comedic
rat.
relief that is Parlor Voice. You can check out Parlor Voice on Bandcamp as well.
My music is not funny at all.
It's okay. Morgan, where can we find you?
450.
Don't give out your address. We'll bleep that out.
450 out. Want to hear it here first?
Where can you find me? My address, my P.O. box.
Oh, yeah, the key. There's a key in the P.O. box. Hey, this is clean.
All right, everybody.
Heard it here first.
My name's Grant Stiles. This has been another quite eventful, interesting. I really don't care if anyone listens to this because this is just a fun night.
Light up. Keys in the P.O. box.
Please don't keep saying the address because I'm going to have to cut it out every time. You can find me on twitter.com at @LasersandPizza. You can find the show
Call
on
me
YouTube.
at 616-916-0622.
Yeah, we're just going to give everybody's numbers. 513
Social security number? Do you have it?
384-4799. James, don't give anybody your social security. You can find me at
My credit card number.
PNC Bank.
MasterCard.
This is good. Don't do it.
85
I'm going to have to bleep so much of this.
03 valid through 19. Name is James Lee, and the security number at the back is 9.
Beep, bleep. We bleeped it. I'm bleeping it live. Bleep. All right, well, this has been the best episode so far, by far. You can find it on SoundCloud. If I get $65, I might put it on SoundCloud. But mainly you can find it on YouTube and hopefully on iTunes. We'll have them up. And on the website DeathXComedy, deathbycomedy.com. We have tons of great content on there. Legends, starring Jordan Shaver and Michael Bustler, 2 comedians in Grand Rapids. Very funny. They interview people they think are legends, as well as this very podcast. Go back to the archives. We have episodes with people like Jordan Shaver, Mario Martinez, Pete Holmes, Mark Maron, Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy,
Mel Gibson.
Flea. I like the Flea episode.
Anthony Kiedis, get better soon, baby. Good night.
I spent a week in June at Johnson's home in Mount Vernon, Ohio, to record some tracks from my first EP for a July release. And see his high school friends like Graham and Andrew and Nora, and spend time with Johnson before he left for Hungary. Filled up quarries with water to create artificial lakes. A massive smokestack loomed over the tall trees. We walked barefoot through the mud and bushes to the secret hangout. We took off our clothes and swung from the rope into the cold. Teenage middle school girls, awkward and self-conscious, swam close to us, swearing at each other in young voices. They left when they felt what they thought was something biting at their feet. It started to rain, I began to shiver limbs rotating namelessly. 4 years ago, the police searched the water for a murder victim's body. They never found it, just some sunken cars. Nora drove us to the edge of the world at golden hour. Parked inside an empty lot through a destroyed fence and a railway track. Down the gravel road, which was littered with bones and bags and dead animals. Stacks of red bricks smashed in TVs and the hood of the car. Then we found it, a large expanse of concrete where a factory used to be. Trees and long grass grew out of cracks, puddles pulled sporadically. It was alien and disturbing for reasons we could not explain. We stopped walking when we smelled chemicals and ran the other way. We explored an abandoned poorhouse that was beginning to fall apart. Ran out of its collapsing floors when it started to get dark. At the top of the observatory hill in the grass we went star tipping, and stumbled our way back to the car when we heard something screaming. Drifted round Canyon College at midnight, where Andrew gave me the tour. Walked round the Church of the Holy Spirit and its red carpet floors. Tested out the acoustics, clapping my hands and singing Victoria City. The moment is infinite, 'cause every moment is unique. On the last day we went to the Sunday service where we talked to God. On the last day Johnson's mom talked about Joe, her autistic older son. She wanted to build a special needs home for 3 other kids and Joe. And she cried when she said that's how she'd provide when it was her time to go. Only saw Johnson one more time that year at Pitchfork Festival. Second night after headliners, Neutral Milk Hotel, and standing in Union Park with harsh lights and empty plastic bottles. We hugged and left separately. It feels so long ago. There's only a finite amount of times I'll go to Mount Vernon before I die. It doesn't mean that it is special or that I won't at least try. I'm not one for hyperbole or cheap cliche sentimentality.